last week, anyone listen to attend the Longpo teaching in Sala? Everyone? Okay. What did you get? All what he trying to communicate to you? Mm-hmm. And anyone have a bit confused about the concept that he's trying to teach you all? Uh-huh.
But it was fun.
That's okay. So just relax. Actually, I'm not calling myself a master, because I feel that every practitioner is all of the friends. We all have suffering, and I still have the defilement and the suffering inside, still having it. So I think we are just friends, and there's so much things to learn. But anyway, Luang Por give opportunity for some assistant teacher, like me, or some people, just to Luang Por allow to teach, but only to teaching in the level that I understand. So the best thing is to listen to Luang Por. Luang Por is teaching is the best. Uh-huh. But anyway, if my suggestion is only from my level, uh-huh. So if anyone that feel that it's not suitable for you to practice in my way, it is okay. I'm not don't mind if you see that it's not appropriate or it's not suitable for you, because the Dhamma is suitable for every person. We are different. We are from uh, from different family, and what we have in the mind is different. We have different character. We have different minds, and so how to practice is a bit different for everyone. Uh-huh. Anyway, but we still have the main teaching that you have to understand. Uh-huh. In the last week, I also listened to Luang Por. Luang Por said that we have about your group. You have to understand the purpose of how to learning Dhamma in Buddhist, in the Buddhist way. So the main purpose of the Buddhist is to how to liberate yourself from suffering. The suffering means that the cause of suffering is your defilement. The defilement is the cause of every suffering that you have in the mind. So to learn to practice in Buddhist, so we have to be mindfulness. We must have the correct mind, the correct samadhi, to be able to see the defilement that is arise to your mind. So this is the only way to learn your body and your mind. Uh-huh. To learning Dhamma, we don't learn outside you. We don't learn to outside the world. We just come back and learn your body and learn the truth of your body and the truth of your mind. And this is the main purpose. We have to understand the truth, the noble truth of the body and the mind. Mm-hmm. So anyway, this is the main purpose. And how we practice we have to understand that we have many different samadhi, but the samadhi that Luang Por trying to teach everyone is the samadhi that is the special samadhi that only have in the Buddhist. So we have to understand the difference of the samadhi. So samadhi we have. Anyone just familiar with the samadhi? Okay, understand. The samadhi we are talking. Luang Por said that we have to understand the difference of the samadhi. We normally we have two types of the samadhi. The correct samadhi and the wrong. The one is the wrong samadhi. The one is we're talking about the wrong samadhi. The wrong samadhi is the samadhi that is when you practice or you trying to do something and you have the defilement consists in the samadhi. When you do the wrong samadhi, you do practice it with the defilement. Some type of you, someone, you just use the greediness to practice. You when you use the greediness in the practice samadhi, you will become tough, แน่นๆใช่ไหม tight tight will become tight and like it's like become steady and tight, and someone will feeling that it's not the comfortable samadhi. And someone use the aversion or the angriness. Have you seen someone doing like this? They just use the angriness to do samadhi. You can see the body language. It's like this. You know, they have คิ้วคืออะไรนะ eyebrows eyebrow tough เลย you can see the body language. You see that. Have you ever seen that this everyone used to be like this? When you don't have the result of the result in a good way, good way to the result, you get the result, you get angriness. And when you have the angriness, you keep forcing yourself. That is another type of wrong samadhi. If you keep doing this, you get mad, you get crazy. No, very useless to do that. You have to understand it. If someday you will have, everyone have that day. When you have a bad day, you want to be happy. You do samadhi to run away from everything, to run away from the life, and you don't get the result. You will get angry, and you use the angry to practice. You have to understand that no matter how you push it, you get you will not get anything. Only suffering you will get. So, and the third one, you practice with delusion. With delusion, when you use the delusion in the practice, you get sleep. Normally, you get sleep, or you get some จิตมันมัว
blurry, hazy.
Hazy mind. How to notice this? When you practice and you see that your mind is have the delusion and more a bit foggy, a bit you just you open your mind, your eyes, and you see that you see the difference. This is how you test the mind that you have whether you have the delusion in the practice or not. You just open your mind and you see it. If you open your mind and your mind is like a bit dark and don't feel anything, that is you can see that you have the delusion in the practice. So no matter how you use the greediness in the in the practice, the greediness leads you to การเพ่ง focusing. Greediness leads you to focusing. The angriness leads you to suffering, and delusion leads you to be asleep. Okay, so you have to be mindfulness to see that you have the wrong samadhi, because the correct samadhi is not you cannot make it, you cannot build it. You just only see when that you have the wrong samadhi. You just only know and see that you have the wrong samadhi. When you see so that you have the wrong samadhi, in that moment, you see the mind as it is, and when you see the mind as it is, you will have mindfulness. The mindfulness happen, and when you have the mindfulness happen, you turn from the wrong mind to the correct mind. You might become a knower without doing anything. So to become a knower or to become a correct samadhi, it's not by doing it. We just don't do it. We just don't make it. We just see that you're doing something wrong. This is the tricky one. Not the tricky one. How to มันเป็นเคล็ดลับอะ a trick, a very easy trick to do it, because if you're trying to make the mind correct, when you try, you will get fail. Normally you get fail because we cannot do it. We just see when that you have the wrong samadhi. Everyone is getting wrong. No one correct. If we are 100% correct, we become arahant already. Yeah, we have to understand this. So what we do, how to become a knower, the observer. We just don't try to make the good samadhi. We just see that we have the wrong samadhi, and we see that your mind is sticking to some defilement. We have only 3 types of defilement. We just know it, and we just see that you have some defilement in your mind, and you might become automatically turn to be a knower. So normally we just don't do anything. We just don't do anything. We just feel it, and we just only see it. The only thing we do is we just see it. We just don't interrupt it. You have to let your mind flow. You have to let your mind wrong, turning wrong, because we all have the defilement. The defilement always arises. We have to let it happen first, and then we just know it. And when we know it, we will see that some defilement in your mind. Only three types. Only three types. Not hard, right? Only three types. Only three types of defilement. So when you see it, we just don't try to eliminate it. You just don't try to amend your mind, to correct your mind. Is it the duty of the mindfulness to itself? We don't have to interrupt, or we don't have to correct it. This is what every people mistake. They do mistake by correct it, by interrupt it, or by use something to get the novel mind. If you do that, keep doing that, you get fail. We have to be courage, be a little bit courage to let the defilement happen first. And when the defilement happen, we just see it. So normally we don't do we don't making the mind good. We just only be the normal people, very normal, very simple. We just don't be different from the ordinary people. We just like being the same as everyone in the world. Only different, we only have the mindfulness. So if someone feel that you are different, you are different from the other people, you have to see it, that you are not being normal. Right? This is many people sticking in this state, especially the someone that usually come to the temple. They think that they are practitioner, and they think that they are better than the people in the world. This is the big mistake. This is the very big mistake. If you feel that is the self-confidence. The self-confidence is the defilement, and we feel that we are different and we are better than the normal people. It's not a good, you are not a good practitioner. We have to see the mind as it is. We think we have to be you thinking that we are not different than the normal people. We let the mind working, let the body working, and we follow it and see it. Then we will not being a slave of the defilement. Because if you want to stop the defilement, it's impossible thing to do. We cannot stop the defilement. If we try to do something to stop the defilement. It is one of the defilement already, Very. This is a very bit tricky one. So that is why Luang Por always say that we have to be the normal people. Because if someone that being normal, we just have the defilement arise. And we have the defilement arise. We have many things to learn about yourself, right? Because to understand Dhamma, we have to understand yourself. But if you forcing the mind, forcing that the defilement is what will not be arise, you will not see anything, right? This is the main purpose, main เป็นหลักอะ main principle that Luang Por trying to communicate to everyone. Only things we do, we don't break the 5 precepts, and we can have the defilement, right? We can be in love, we can like something, we can dislike something, We can get angry, but be mindfulness that you have the defilement in the mind. So it is how to say easy. It is easy, you know. How to say very hard. It's hard because normally we just don't want to be normal. We want to be something different, right? We cannot blame yourself about that, because if we come to learning Buddhist, we want to know something, we want to achieve something, but we have to after we come to learn the principle of how to practice, we have to look inside the mind and see the real one. And the people that can learn the mind and have no ไม่มี bias เขาเรียกว่าอะไร impartial to see the mind. You see the mind as it is. We just don't acting like we are better than normal people. We can easily learn the Dhamma. That is a bit different from the every practitioner in the world. You see that in every practitioner in the world, they look different. They look different to the normal people. But if you can see that the one that is practiced in the one that learning with หลวงพ่อ and they are good practitioner, you see that they are very normal, right? We just don't act like I'm a good practitioner because I'm still the normal, and we become and when you learn the Dhamma, keep learning Dhamma, you become normal and become natural, without trying to change your mind. It is the duty of the mindfulness. This is we have to understand first, because I see that many of you are still preserving your mind, and someone are sticking to the calmness samadhi. This is why I have to talk to you about this. So normally you are your group are still sticking with the doing something, doing the samadhi that is leads to the calmness. So the calmness is one of the correct samadhi, but it's not the correct samadhi. We have two different types of the correct samadhi. At first I say that one is correct, one is wrong, right? and we focus from another step. We focus on the correct samadhi. Correct samadhi, we have the two types of it. The one that is calmness. This is called samatha. Samatha leads you to the calmness. And when some people get this state, but very few people get this state, because when we practice, we are doing in the wrong way. And if we practice in a good calmness, you get the calmness. The calmness is useful, but calmness is not everything. You have to understand that, and that's the correct mind that is used for cultivate the wisdom, to develop the wisdom. This is called the samadhi that have the mind is become a knower. This is a name that very easy to understand the samadhi that become a knower. So the samadhi that the mind become a knower. It's not about the calmness. But it's about the natural mind. If you want to have a knower mind, you have to be natural, and see the mind as it is. And when you see the mind as it is, you will develop the wisdom. But sometimes you have to do calmness. But if you can do the calmness, it is useful things to do, but don't sticking with it. Because if we love the calmness, you have defilement. You have defilement because you have a greedy to maintain the calmness. You will stop in that state, not moving forward. Sometimes we have to let go the calmness. We only use calmness to develop the wisdom. This is what we have to understand. If you're sticking in the calmness, you stop developing the wisdom. You have to be courage to let go of the calmness. So if you can let go it, you will easily to get developing wisdom. So this is a homework from you all, for you all to you have to observe your mind, that you're still sticking in the calmness or not, and you're still thinking that the calmness is everything or not. Because the top of the purpose, not the top, not the top. The purpose of the Buddhist is to developing wisdom. The wisdom can be developed with the knower mind. So this is the main things that I want to talk to you all today. So, okay, I think you have been listening all much Dhamma teaching during this trip. So I think you want to talk. You want to talk, okay? So do I have to talk to everyone?
Well, Ajahn, we talked to him this morning. He said he hopes that all of us will be able to share our hope.
Okay.
Up to you.
Okay, it is also up to my energy. Because today I drive from my office in Ayutthaya around about 3 hours to meet you all. So I hope that I have energy to talk to you all. So keep it short. So we can share the proportion. Okay.
Ajahn, there were a couple people that asked him a question this morning. He said, "Please ask Ajahn some to me." So, you were one, right? To say it.
Sure. I spoke with you in April, and at that time you said I was putting a lot of pressure on and not accepting making the mind. I couldn't make the mind good, and I wasn't able to accept that. And today, listening to Ajahn Preet and on the trip, I'm today seeing like my mind was with Jess translating or with Ajahn and thinking about what I was going to ask, and seeing on the trip like the body seeing far away, like feeling far away, looking like a robot, or finding myself in daily life kind of waking up with this feeling of the world being far away.
Oh, not correct. That is through focusing. Through focusing mind, you see that the world is far away, but the mind is steady. You see that the world is far away from you, but your mind is not natural. Can you feel that? You see that the world is far away, but your mind is not natural. This is the result of the wrong samadhi. Your mind is not being natural. You have to when you see that the world is far away, you have to look at your mind. How do you feel about that? You feel okay, or you feel?
Sometimes it goes like. Sometimes the mind gets interested in that feeling. Sometimes it kind of gets scared. And
yes.
then sometimes it has
that is
less reaction.
That's what you have to see. You see that the world is far away, but your mind is still changing. And if you see that the world is far away, you look outside yourself. You look outside your mind, because the mind is changing. You have to see that sometimes you see that it's okay. The world is far away, but sometimes you get scared. What is scare? Scare is something about the aversion, right? You have aversion in your mind already. You have a bit angriness. But sometimes you feel that the world is far away. Only you have to come back to see your mind. So let the mind being more natural. Sometimes you are because you are thinking that you have to make your mind good. So be courage. You just be as yourself want to be. You have to be more natural. You can be bad, you can be bad, but don't break 5 precepts. And this is the main thing I want to talk to you. Because Susanna, you sometimes you preserve your mind, but then you don't see it that you are preserving your mind, because to preserving your mind, you have the greediness to practice, because you want to be good, and if you want to be good, you do something very hard. Sometimes you feel tired, right? You feel tired because you do something, you force the mind, you preserve the mind. No matter how you preserve, you use your energy. You use your energy to preserve the mind. So it is like I think it is hard for let go, let the mind be natural. But you have to understand that we want to learn yourself. That you learn to learn the defilement that you have. To understand the defilement, you have to let it happen first. Like I just talked. So this one, I think, is the main homework for you. Because I see you're still preserving. You see that you're still preserving. This is not you, right? Not the real you. The real you is different, right? You have to see it. If you think that this is the real you, you are wrong, right? You have to understand that this is correct. You see, you see when you let the mind be natural, you be yourself. But if you think that you are talking to me, I'm master and you're student, you thinking that you have to do something. You do something, yeah, a bit scared, But it is okay to preserve your mind, but you have to know that you are preserving your mind, and to practice, you be normal. sometimes you feeling bad about the defilement, but this is the like everyone are feeling bad about defilement, because when defilement arises, it is bad, right? And make us suffering. But Lord Buddha said that we have to learn the suffering, to see the suffering. So we have to let it happen and to learn it. So then we understand the suffering. So that is why I want you all to understand about this. Okay, you get the idea? You see that you're still preserving? Okay, don't correct it. The mind is want to preserve. You just know it. You just see that you want to preserve it. You see that you don't correct it. It is the one of the defilement. You have to let it go. You just see that you want to preserve your mind. It is usually happen to you. You see something that, and you think that you are a practitioner. You're preserving your mind first. But the homework I give you, you see that you want to preserve your mind. You want to preserve your mind. This is usually happen to you. When you think of the practice, you normally you preserve your mind. To preserve your mind and to know the mind is different. Different doing, right? You have to teach to see it. But anyway, sometimes that you are being natural, you can see your mind working. So this is the main progress for you. And it is good for you that you when you being natural, you can see the mind working already. But sometimes that you have to see to yourself that you like to preserve the mind. So this is your homework.
keep. It's like I feel there's this like fear around. Like I see sometimes the mind go to want to practice. Like it's like, oh, she practiced, and I'm starting to see that. And I think I feel there's fear around.
You fear that. You fear that. Yeah. You just feel that it's not good. Yeah. You have to see that that is not that doing that is not good. You have to see that you want to correct the mind. You want to do something. Yeah. It is the defilement of the practitioner. Luang Por said that many practitioners have this defilement because we want it to be good. But if you want to go to another step, you want to have the progress, you have to see every defilement that you have. That is why I'm trying to say to you that you have to see this. You have to accept that your mind is not good. Because when you see that the mind is not good, you fear it. Yeah. And when you fear it, you cannot develop the wisdom. To develop the wisdom, we have to accept every truth about the mind. That the mind is not being in control. The mind is not yourself. They want to be bad, because the mind is not yourself. If you want to see that the mind is not yourself, you have to let it be as it is, and you see it. You will see that the mind is not being in your control. If you push something about the control of your mind, you're breaking the law of the Trairak.
Three characteristics.
You're breaking the law of the three characteristics. Because Lord Buddha said that everything is in the law of three characteristics, right? Every mind, everything. But if you break the law of it, you will not develop the wisdom. So I believe it's hard because when you see the mind is bad, you cannot accept it. But it is your mind, It is your mind. You have to learn it. Sometimes you have to be courage that your mind can be bad. Your mind can be bad. You can being bad people, but we just don't act. We just don't act it because if we act it, then we break 5 precepts. That is you are already bad people. But if you have the defilement, it is normal because everyone has the defilement. We just don't break the 5 precepts. And you have to accept that the mind is not good. The mind is not in control. The mind is impermanent. They want to be good. They want to be bad by itself. So if you want to see it, you let it go. And let it go. Let it working. And then you see it. You follow it to see it. Okay. Thank you. This next. Oh.
Somebody, there's someone who didn't get to yeah, who didn't go last time. And then was there one more that actually said ask?
Okay, don't fear me. I don't want to.
I can report.
Yeah.
So my practice changed since I arrived here. I can see a lot of definement, and I'm just watching. I don't know if I'm practicing well, but I'm watching everything that is happening in my day-to-day.
Your mind is natural. You see that? It's more natural than before. Like your mind is look bright. Bright is normal, but natural, normal. This is the good samadhi that we are talking about. If you let the mind being natural, you can see the defilement come and go, and you see that the mind the defilement cannot cover yourself, cannot cover your mind. And this is the correct way to practice. So you understand that we don't stop it. We just let it come and see it, and then it will pass. This is the correct samadhi. This is the noble mind. You practice good, no? You see the difference, right? It's very simple, but the simple is hard for hard. Sometimes it's hard because we don't let it go, don't let the mind working. But if we let the mind working, we don't have to do anything. We just see it, see it and let it go, see it and let it go. You see that the defilement that comes is not yourself. It just happened from something. It just come and go. This is the correct way to practice it. But you keep learning it. For you keep learning it and being natural as you being right now. So you will see that someday you are feeling comfortable to see that mind is come and go, but someday you don't see it. It is normal. Someday you easily feel that to practice is very easy, but someday you think it is very hard. You have to. This is the normal way to practice. You keep watching your mind, and you keep seeing that the defilement come and go. sometimes it can cover your mind and forcing you to do something. But sometimes if you see it, the defilement cannot tell you to do anything. You will do something that is very reasonable, because the defilement force you to do something. But if you see that it will pass, and then you live the life very peaceful. If you have the loss of defilement, and you see that the defilement is yourself, that is leads to the suffering. Because if you see that the defilement is yourself, you have to do something that they tell you, right? But if you see it, you cannot. You don't need to stop it. It will pass by itself. That is, you see the non-self of the mind, and when you see it come and it go, you see the impermanence of the mind. You have to continue to learning it. Continue this way to learning it. So continue to you until you 100% accept that the mind is not yourself. To learning it is to developing wisdom. But sometimes you're still seeing that defilement is still yourself, right? This is normal. Sometimes you see that defilement is not yourself, but sometimes you're still seeing that the defilement is still yourself. You have to see it. Learning, continue to learning it. This is the way to practice vipassana. Okay, good. You keep practice. Okay.
I started to notice on this trip when I've not been practicing naturally. Start to notice when I'm going to sit and do formal practice, and I am wanting calmness and doing something to hold kind of peaceful state. So I started to put more body awareness, noticing the position of the body, just a moment to be more natural in the practice. So I'm noticing more when I'm not natural in practice and when practice is feeling more natural. And when you last spoke, one of the things you mentioned when I'm doing the kind of calmness holding in the practice, it feels like there's like a me practitioner that's doing the practice. And when I do the noticing the body for a moment in a position and letting things come and go, there's a bit of I see that bit of space more between the physicality going out to here, going out to see. Any advice on my practice?
This is good that you see that your mind is still sticking to the calmness. You can feel that, but your mind is still sticking to the calmness. Sometimes the calmness you do calmness to run away from every emotion. When you do that, you have the calmness. It's like every emotion is something far away. You can preserve your mind. That is sometimes you get the calmness, but you have to see that the calmness is impermanent. Sometimes you can do it, but sometimes you cannot do it. When you cannot do it, you get suffering again. Right? That is why we have to learning it by developing wisdom to see that everything is impermanent. Everything is not yourself. So what you practice is good that you see that you are still sticking in the calmness state. So the Paul said that when you're sticking in the calmness state, you cannot actually see the mind because the mind is sticking in the calmness. You cannot see the mind moving. And when you cannot see the mind moving, the second thing you can do is you watch the body instead. You watch the body move. You stand, you walking, you sitting, you sleeping. You watch it. You watching your body. But what I want to suggest you don't preserve the mind. You watch the body to someday you can see the mind again. You watch the body because body is moving. You can see the body is moving, right? But right now you cannot see the mind moving because you're sticking in the calmness. But I see that some that you have seen that you are sticking in the calmness. So if you see that your mind is not, your mind will get the way out. You will get someday you get the way out of it. But if you cannot see the mind, you see the body instead. You watch the body moving. You see that the body is not yourself. You can see this aspect too. You have you can see the body moving. The body is not yourself. But don't preserve the mind. When you see the body moving, you see the body moving. You don't have to see it all the time. You see that you have to let the mind working. The mind can be get lost from watching the body. Your mind will going anywhere, going to something else. That is when you can see the mind. Okay, you can see the mind in that way. You keep the watching the body moving, and at last the mind is moving by itself. And when it's moving, you just know it. It is best way to easy way to moving out from the state of calmness. So this is your homework. For you have you see it and you so I suggest you listen to Luang Por teaching. But if you can see the mind, you can see the body. You already have the samatha, calmness. So see the body moving. And then you see that the mind is moving from the body. When the mind is moving from the body, you just know it. But don't forcing the mind going back to the body. If you're forcing the mind going back to the body, you become sticking in the calmness. You continue to watch like this. You will get yourself from the calmness state. Okay? She is still sticking in the calmness more than you. You are improving. Before that, you seem like her. But it's okay, because we are, when we think about the practice, we think about the calmness, right? But this is good for you to meet Luang Por and miss the correct teaching, because if we do calmness, we are still sticking that forever. You can be sticking in that calmness forever and not developing anything. But it is a good opportunity for everyone to listen to Luang Por. Very few correct teaching still existed in the world, but you come in the correct way. So it is. I'm glad with you all that you come in the correct way. So try to understand the principle of the practice, and keep practice in the correct way. You will develop in wisdom. Okay. Next.
More power.
Yes, I still. No. No, don't give me. It's like punching me. That's teasing you. You get sad. You feel that? Someone getting sad. That's how you see yourself. So I've been talking to you to let you see that the mind is moving. When you see the mind is moving, this is correct. So we just don't act to be calm. You just be yourself. Okay. So anyone want to talk?
Adrian's had a chance, but you just haven't. It was a very, very quick for Adrian. For her, she just wasn't sure. Asking the Chandri this morning, if, does she really have mindfulness or just thinking about it? Because she tries every day, does formal every day, does in her daily life, but not sure if it's still too much thinking or if there's really mindfulness.
Do not thinking about building the mindfulness. The mindfulness is not working by the creating it, by the building it, and you don't think that it is correct or not. If you think that this is correct or not, it's just thinking already. To stepping forward, moving. You have, if you want to have the more progress in practice, you have to see that you are seeking a lot. You are sticking in the thinking, and that the thinking leads you to suffering. Sometimes you are only thinking how to practice. You're thinking a lot, too much, and you're thinking that this is correct or not. This is it's like this is ขัดขวางการเกิด
Like an obstacle.
This is the obstacle of to being obstacle for you to get the correct samadhi. You are to tell you to honestly, you are very different to her. She is sticking in the calmness, but you are sticking in the thinking. You have to see that when you think it, you already fall away from samadhi. But you have to see the mind is thinking. When you think it, you will have the mind is speaking. When you see the mind is speaking something, is the fake one. Some master ท่านพระอาจารย์เลยนะท่านเจ้าคุณนรรัตน์ one of the master said that the mind that is speaking is the fake one. The mind is quiet. It's the real one.
Any suggestions?
My suggestion, you have to let go from the correct one to this is correct or this is not correct. You just see it. You see it that the mind is speaking, and the mind is finding the way that is correct or not. If you see that the mind is thinking, the mind is speaking, you will have the samadhi because you see the mind thinking. The mind is going to think. Thinking is about the fabrication. Fabrication is some type of delusion. You understand? Fabrication is one type of delusion, and thinking and speaking. You speaking to yourself. It's like you have the defilement. One of the defilement. You have to see it. You see that I'm speaking. to myself. I'm thinking. I have thinking about the Dhamma and thinking about the practice. You see that when you see that your mind is speaking, that is when you have the mindfulness that you are still thinking. Then when you see, when you have be mindfulness that you are speaking, you might become being noble, that you see that the mind is thinking. Then the correct samadhi happens. So what I say, I suggest you, you keep watching it, and you keep watching it, and when you're speaking, your mind is speaking that this is correct or not. This I'm not sure this is correct. You see that the mind is fabricating, and when you see the mind is fabricating, the correct samadhi will happen. This is why I told you all that we have to see the mind going to be mistaking something, and when you see the mind is mistaking, you will be correct. So no matter how you trying to do the correct one, you will not get the correct mindfulness. You just see that the mind is wrong. The mind is sticking in something. The mind is sticking in something. Like I told you, someone that's sticking in the calmness, someone sticking in the thinking, but someone sticking in the angriness. Very very easy samples. But that you fear, right? You fear that the mind is not good. You are sticking in the aversion, in the some type of angriness. You see that the mind is fabrication. You see the mind is have the delusion. And you see that the mind is sticking in the calmness, and you want to be preserving the calmness. That is greed. That is what we have to see. When you see that, you still we still have the defilement. You can develop in wisdom in that way. Okay? You understand? You see that?
Just got to stop the thinking.
Yeah.
Not stop.
That's correct. You see that the mind is sticking, and you are sticking in the fighting the way. Your mind is always fighting the way to make it correct. To finding the way is fabrication. You have to see that. Okay. Thank you. No, don't do like that. Don't do that. Being normal. Yeah. You see that you are forcing your mind. Did you see that?
Yes, feeling grateful. But I didn't see that.
It's not normal mind. Being normal, you see that. Okay. The number 4. We still have time. I can stay here still till midnight. Sorry, I can stay, but I have no energy. This is good. You see that this mind is very normal. This is correct one. You being normal, and then you see the not normal mind. You being normal, and then you get easily to see the mind that is not normal. How to say not normal? Abnormal. Okay.
Abnormal.
You see that you're abnormal.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. If you can see the mind that your mind is abnormal, it's only just that. Just that. It's not about thinking. Not about you don't have to say anything. But you see that your mind is abnormal. Only see that it's correct. It is correct one. this time is correct. We don't have to say anything. We don't have to say anything. When you see it, I see that you already see that your mind is abnormal. You already have the correct samadhi already. We don't have to say anything. Okay. Okay. Calm better. Finish. You can finish. So, learning Dhamma is not about the thinking or to how to translate Dhamma in the word. It's about seeing something in your mind, the phenomena that happening in your mind. If you can see that, you don't have the problem. And that is how we learn. When you being normal, then you see that the mind is working. The mind is working and turning to you to have some defilement come. It's very easy to do, right? Why? Because you're finding the way. You see it? You see that very hard because you think that you have to do something. This is the difference to the working in the life. The working in the world, you have to do something, right? We have the career, we have the job to do something to finish the job. We have to figure out something that to solve the problem. But to learn Dhamma is different way. We're not doing something. We just see it. We just being normal and then see that the mind is doing something. Okay. So we come. Anything what you want to talk to me? Okay. You see that mind is natural. This is the natural mind that I have to talk. That I'm trying to teach you all. When your mind is natural, we don't have to do anything. Then the mind is working, going off. You will see it easily. But if you're forcing the mind in some state, you cannot see the mind working. So that is why Luang Por teach that the normal mind is the best. Because if you have the normal mind, it is easily for you to see the defilement that come into your mind. And when you see the defilement that come to your mind, you don't have the problem anymore. So what you continue, you just keep watching it, and keep observing your mind. Okay, anyone get the idea? Just very simple, but we don't want the simple, Normally we don't want the simple. We want to do something supernatural. Okay. Okay, you want to talk?
One of the things that you had mentioned is to have courage to have the natural mind. I have a lot of difficulty with that. I pull back, I tighten up, I don't allow the mind to be natural, to just allow the defilements to be as they are.
Yes.
Right? Any suggestions you have around
that? It is that you don't have to worry about that, because this is not normal things that happen to every practitioner. To see that the mind is not good, it's very hard to accept it. But you don't have to accept it that in the moment, but you can keep learning it. And when you see the mind is not good, you cannot accept that. You just feel that you have the angriness to your mind. You will have aversion. This is one type of aversion. because you're angry to your mind. You see that when you have angriness arise, then you pull the mind in. When you pull the mind in, it's something that you try to run away from the truth. But don't worry about it. You're just being relaxed and keep watching it. When you relax, you relax and let the mind working, and then you will see that when you see the mind is not good, you want to do something. You just see that you want to correct the mind. And after you want to correct the mind, you do something about the mind by pulling it in and stopping from defilement, to arise. To do that, it makes you tired. You feel that you will tired to stop the defilement. You're trying to stop the mind from working. It is not the good way to do, because if you keep doing that, you will get more angriness, and you see that you feel that it is very hard to practice. When you feel that it's very hard to practice, that you don't like it. Don't like it, it means you have angriness in the mind. You just see that you don't like it. Even you cannot see that you have the defilement, but you can see that you dislike it. Sometimes you like the mind. When the mind is good, you like it. You just feel that you like it. But sometimes you see the mind is not good and you dislike it. You just feel that you dislike it. This is another way, really some easy way to do, to practice. This is why the Lord Buddha thought about the Satipatthana 4. เขาเรียกว่า
4 foundations of mindfulness.
for foundation of mindfulness. When you cannot see the mind, like I told you, can watch the body. But if you see the mind, you can practice by seeing the mind. Be mindfulness to the mind. Be mindfulness to the body. Be mindfulness to the body is the first one. Be mindfulness to the mind is the third one. But to see that you have like, dislike, is to see the feeling. Is the Vedananupassana. What I'm talking about is about the Vedananupassana. You can see that sometimes you like it. You see that sometimes you don't like it. You can see in that way. Very easy way to do. You see that you don't like it. You just know that you don't like it. It is Vedananupassana. Vedananupassana, they have two types of Vedananupassana. You have feeling the pain from the body. Pain from the body. It is Vedananupassana. It is the feeling from the body. And the second is the feeling from the mind. Feeling from the mind, it is Vedana. Because the defilement, you see the defilement, it is Cittanupassana. You see that the mind is working. It is Cittanupassana. But you see that you have the feeling. You like it. When you see a beautiful woman, you like it. When you see the handsome man, you like it. This is Vedana. You like something, you dislike something, and you feel neutral. You don't feel anything about it. It's just Vedana. So Vedana, we have three types. You like it, you dislike it, and you being neutral about it. You can see this type. This is one way to practice. It is called Vedananupassana. Very easy things to do. So for you, I believe that the one is suitable for you is to see the Vedananupassana. Vedana inside that is come to your mind. something. Lord Buddha said that there are two types of feeling. When you get pain from the body, it's like you're being hit by the arrow. One arrow, and then the second arrow goes straight to the mind. When you feel the pain is just the pain, right? You can หยิกนี่คือหยิก inch it's squeezing your mind. You see that pain is not everything. Pain is just something that happened to your body, and then there's something value it, like it or don't like it. That is the second vedana. The first vedana is when you're squeezing and you hurt it. You think hurt. Hurt means like or not. Hurt is not saying that it is likeness, likely or มันชอบหรือไม่ชอบมันไม่ได้บอกว่ามัน
The actual pain is not saying there's no liking or disliking in the actual
yes
pain.
And you have the second one that value it. That is whether is you like it or don't like it. Sometimes when your girlfriend squeezing you like it, you know. But sometimes someone that you hate squeezing you don't like it. You see the difference? To see that is to see the Vedananupassana. So that is why Lord Buddha have the fourth Satipatthana 4.
The fourth foundations for mindfulness.
Fourth foundation of mindfulness. We just mainly practice in the way we are suitable to, but we don't actually walk only way. You know, we walk in the fourth way, but there's some way that we are suitable to. Someone, that's why he separate to four, because everybody is not the same. Not the same. Someone like to watch vedana. Someone like to watch the body. Someone likes to watch the mind. But Dhammanupassana is hard thing. We just ละไปก่อน just skip it. We just skip it. Very hard thing to do. Very hard to understand. Why? Because with Dhammanupassana is cover to everything. It is about the process of the ปฏิจจสมุปบาท
Dependent origination, the process of dependent origination or conditioned arising.
Very hard to see it. But if you continue to practice in the way you are suitable, you end up with the Dhammanupassana. You will reach that Dhammanupassana when you get enlightened. Everyone will end in the Dhammanupassana when you get enlightenment. So at last, everyone will end up with the Dhammanupassana. So don't need to hurry. No need to hurry to understand the Dhammanupassana. Okay? Okay. I hope you understand. You get some idea.
I have some ideas.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I can still working. Yes.
Okay. My question is about knowing. So when I practice formal and daily mindfulness, there are times where like I can, my head turns and I'm like, oh wow, it's really cool, and I know that I've done it. And then there's other times when something comes up and I know that my natural feel happy and giddy. Is one more correct than the other?
Pardon?
Is one is one more correct than the other? Like the knowing part, like Right now I'm talking to you and I can feel I'm getting nervous.
I see.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And I know. But then other times when I know something, I feel happy and giddy right after.
Uh-huh.
Is there a difference? Like,
No, this is very normal.
Okay.
Very normal because the happiness and greediness or angriness is following. When you see that, you first you see that, and then when you see that, you value it, and then you have the happiness or the angriness arise to your mind. So this is very normal that all the defilement is following because Lord Buddha said we have the 6 gates. 6 gates for everyone have. One is the eye. A second ear. The third one is nose. Eye leads to the shape. You see the shape. When you see the shape, you see the shape. You see the color. You see the shape. Then you value it, and your defilement come after. You hear something. You use the ear to hear something. It's a sound. It's just only the sound. And the sound, you value the sound. You have the defilement following it. Smell. You use nose. You smell it. You smell the food. And you have the greediness following it. Tongue. The tongue. To taste the food, right? Taste the good food. Then you when you taste it, you have the defilement come after, right? This is the fourth gate. The body leads to the sensation, right? When you love in love with someone, when you hold your hand, you hold his or her hand, you feel good. This is about the sensation. Or you just like when you take a bath, you feel tired today. You take a bath and you feel when you get out of the washroom, you will get relaxed. The relax is about the good sensation to your body. This is the fifth gate, and the sixth gate is your mind. When you think about something, then you have the defilement follow it. To think about something is the gate open. So you don't have any curse. The mind is happen without any curse. When you think of someone, maybe the someone that you forget about 10 or 15 years, but someday you just remember something, right? It's not happened from anything. It's just something that happened, and you value it. Then the defilement come. So what I answer you is very normal. You just let the mind see, let your eyes see, and then your mind working. When your mind working, you have happiness or you have angriness. You just know so that you have the defilement come. What you see sometimes when you see that the mind is moving to the eye, moving to something, is some another type of the practice. You see the mind is going off to. You see the fan, the mind is moving to the fan. You can see that also. That this is one type of Cittanupassana. Cittanupassana, Luang Por said that we can do we can see 2 types. One is you see the character of the mind. Everyone have the character of the mind. The mind is, when you see something, the mind is moving to that. When you see that this is water, right? Before you know that it's water, you mind going that. You might already move to that. What you see that you might first you might moving to that. You can see that. Also, when you see that, you might already have the mindfulness, and then the mind become the knower. But sometimes you already see that, oh, this is water. I'm thirsting. I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I want to drink water. I want to drink water. You have greediness happen to your mind. You can know that. It is know that the defilement. We can see the mind through the defilement. So we can see the character of the mind. And second, we see that the mind have the defilement. But can you tell me that which way is harder than the first one or the second one? Which one is harder? Which one is harder? Tick tock. First one is harder because you see that the mind is moving. When you see the mind is moving, it's already cut off, and then the samadhi arises. It is like ละเอียดอ่อนกว่า
more subtle.
More subtle. Because like it is moving, and then the defilement comes. You can. It is okay to see to see whether the mind is moving or see the defilement. You can also see that it is okay to see the two types. But if you have if you continue to practice, you might will the energy of the mindfulness, you will see something that is more complex. เขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะเมื่อกี้ subtle
Things that are more subtle.
More subtle. You see the character of the mind. It is moving by itself. When you see something, the mind is moving to that, right? When you think of something, when you think of your father, your mother, your mind moving to that people already. And when you think of that, and then you have defilement. I miss her. I miss him, right? It is okay to see whether it is. But if you see that in the second way, you already have a bit suffering. When we have the angriness, that is, you see already have the suffering, and then you see it. But if you see the character of the mind, that state, the defilement is not happening yet. You see, the difference when you see the character, the mind is moving. That the defilement is not still happening, because it's in the process. It's in the process of the character of the mind that's still moving. If you see that, you are a very good practitioner. If you see that the mind is moving to something, that means you have the very powerful mindfulness. You will see that it is happening before the defilement, and when you see that defilement is not going to happen, this is called Dhammanupassana. You see, this is different from the Cittanupassana. This is very deep Dhamma. But this is very deep Dhamma. When you wow, that's a very big rat. I feel that it's a cat or a rat. This is very deep Dhamma. But if you keep practice, you will see that there's nothing about yourself. There's nothing about self. It's just something that is working. Just the natural of something that's working. There's not know yourself in anywhere. It's just something that doing by itself. So if you continue to practice, you will see something like this. When you see something like this, the wisdom arises, and then you understand that there's no self in anywhere, no yourself in anywhere. It's just something that working by itself. There's no you in everywhere. This is very I said it's this something about it is more deeper. But if I taught it, I teaching this in the first, everyone will get confused, right? It's a very hard thing to say, because that is why Dhammanupassana is very hard one to teach. But if you continue to see that, you will see that something is working. It's just only something. The mind is just only something. Is that working? No, it's no you in anywhere. You are not working. It's just something working. You will get understand that there is no you, know yourself. You have what you think that you have yourself in something. It's just only mistaking. You don't have anything that is you. But it is hard to accept, right? It is hard to accept, right? This is natural. But this state is very hard, because it is deep inside your mind that you're thinking that you are you. You have yourself. Very deep one. To eliminate it is to developing the wisdom until you enlighten. You be enlightened when you have understand the Dhamma and get the state of Pasodaban. Pasodaban is mean the stream. I don't know how. When you understand the Dhamma and you become Pasodaban, you understand that there's no you in anywhere. There's no you in anywhere. It's just something that's working by itself. The body is not you. The mind is not you. It's just working. It's just something that's working. There's no you in anywhere. That is the people that completely understand this truth. It is called Pasodaban. We still have a lot of defilement, but we understand that some truth, that the body is not. This is not myself. The mind is not myself. Myself is not in anywhere. There's no something about myself. It's just only delusion. It's just only deceiving. That is we call the people that understand this truth. We call that the one who understands it, achieve that, is Pasodaban. So very I think not much different in the first stage. Not much different to normal people. We still have the defilement. We just understand some truth about it. Okay, so let's come back to you. So you can see that the mind is working, and sometimes you see that the mind is have character to move to something, and sometimes you see that when you have the happiness or dislikeness, and have the anger or greedy, you can also see that. It's okay to see in every step, but you keep watching it. And when you see that, if you're surprised about it, you just know so that you are being surprised, being shocking about that. You just know so, and keep watching it, keep learning it. So your practice is good. You are not sticking to calmness. What you practice is okay, but keep watching it. Don't be shocking when you see something. But sometimes you feel shocking. Oh, what something happened? Don't be shocked. You have to learn it. You have to learn it until you understand it. Okay, thank you. Okay.
If you have energy, otherwise I'm
okay. I understand you, and I'm feeling that รู้สึกว่าคือเข้าใจเข้าใจทุกคน that I understand you all that you come from very far away and you want to learn Dhamma. This is my duty. I doing this because I want to maintain the Buddhist way and to tell the people that this way is correct. It's my duty, my main duty that หลวงพ่อ already give the light to me, and I spread the light to everyone. I don't do it because I want to have something. I want to be master. I don't want it. I don't want money. I don't want to be master. But when to share the Dhamma to everyone and you get understand, it's my happiness. And it's duty that passed from Lord Buddha to หลวงพ่อ and หลวงพ่อ said to me that it is my duty to keep on the correct teaching. So I think I will try my best to share the Dhamma to everyone. Thank you. No, don't ไม่ต้องบายก็ได้
No need to balance.
I've been noticing a lot of greediness in my practice to see insight. And yesterday I was practicing and just sat with it and saw how actually what I thought was practice, which is very busy mind, like trying to grab and see things. And so I saw that, and now I'm seeing the greediness to want to see something happen, and then even seeing that greediness is greedy, trying to see it, and then it becomes a bit of a cycle.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if you have any advice.
When you see that you start trying to see it, when you're trying to see it, you trying to catch it. You trying to catch the mind. This is the fabrication. You will get the fabrication because you need to trying to catch the mind, and the mind is slipping away, and it's all the time. This is หลวงปู่ดูล master of หลวงพ่อปราโมท He used to teach about this. If you use the mind to see if you use the mind to see the mind, to catch the mind, you will not find it. You spend all your lifetime, you will not see the mind because it's already slipped away. Because you use the mind to see it. You have the mind that to catch it. To catch the greediness. Why is the greediness? You find it, but you don't see that you have the greediness to see the mind.
Yeah.
So what I suggest for you, that you don't have to find the mind. You don't have to searching for it. You find the วิหารธรรม
Home base for the mind. You choose one home base
of your mind, of the mind. You choose this to be the tool to see the mind. Only being the tool, but every people normally they use it to be a cage, to lock the mind. To use the home base of your mind, it's just only the tools to see the mind. So you find some you choose pick up some home base of the mind that you see that when you use it you will relax, you can relax and you can be comfortable, like you can see that the mind is breathing in, breathing out, or you can chanting Putto, Putto, anyway you can choose. And when you see that you staying with the home base of the mind, like breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, but your mind must be relaxed. Be relaxed. Then when your mind is relaxed, the mind is working, then we go sleep it away. The mind is sleeping away to something else. You will think of something else. And when you forget the home base of your mind, you just know that you forget the home base of your mind. When you see that your mind is going off the home base of your mind, you just only feel that the mind is not at the home base. This is the first way, first step to practice the mindfulness. So we don't keep searching for it. We don't keep searching for it, but just pick up some home base of your mind to see to be used as a tool for seeing the mind working. So don't use it to lock up your mind. Just don't lock up your mind in it. If you lock up the mind in it, you just know it that the mind is locking yourself with the home base. You just being comfortable, and when the mind is slipping away, you just know so. When you know so, then you come back, but don't pull it. You don't pull it. You just know so that the mind is going off, and you come back. Keep watching it, and then someday you see that the mind is going off by itself. You keep watching the home base of your mind, then the mind is going off by itself. You will see that. That is to the way to practice the mindfulness. So what my suggestion for you? You have to practice the mindfulness. You pick up one home base, as you like. As you like. Anyway, you can try. This one I like. This one I don't like it. But you pick up one home base, and then you see the mind is working off, and the mind is going off. The mind is going off. You see that, and then you will see. You will able to see the mind as it is. When you like มีความชำนาญในการดูอะ
Skills, when you're
skillful enough, you're skillful enough. You can see the mind by going off by itself. But at the first we have to staying with the home base of the mind. Everyone must have. What I'm teaching you today is the principle, but everyone must have the home base of the mind to see the mind working. Because if you see the mind, directly, when you see the mind directly, you will slipping away, and you will find the mind. You will like Paul said that you jump off the boat, and you're swimming to find the mind. You jump off the boat. The home base of mind is like the boat. And you see the mind want to jump off it. But if you don't have the home base of the mind, it's like you swimming. You go in the water, you swimming to find the mind. and the mind is like the ocean. You cannot catch it. So what I suggest for you is you find some home base of the mind and see the mind is working, going off and see it, going off and then see it, and then your samadhi will develop the noble mind or the correct samadhi, and then you'll be able to see the mind working, and you see the defilement that come and go. Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone want to talk? or you are all fully understand? It's okay. I think it's all what I'm teaching you today is, I think, is all cover all the content. Already cover all the content that Luang Por teaching. So first thing, we don't break the 5 precepts. This is the first thing we have to be in the mind. Anyway, we don't break 5 precepts. Second, we find the home base of the mind and see the mind working. You see the mind working. When you spend the life in the normal life, sometimes you will see the mind working. But the mind working by itself, but it's not enough. You can see very easy to see it, because some defilement is very strong, some feeling is very strong. You can easily see it, but it's not enough. You have to be practiced in the formal. You have to pick up one home base of the mind, and you have to be practiced in the formal. When you have the เขาเรียกว่าเวลาว่างจาก งาน in your free time, when you're not going to work and you come back to your home, you have a free time, you do a formal practice. Formal practice is to keep the energy, to do sometimes we have to do calmness, and to practice the mindfulness. So what we do, we just do the same. We staying with the home base of the mind and see the mind working off the home base. Don't try to control the mind, but use the home base of the mind to see the mind working. Only to see the mind working. Let the mind be natural, and use the home base of the mind only to see the mind working. Okay, this is how we practice in the formal way. What I want to warn you all, that at the first day you come to temple last week, you are still many of you still sticking in the calmness. So what we do, you have to see yourself that you are still sticking to the calmness, and you want to have the calmness. The calmness is good, but it's not everything, right? When you have the calmness, it is good, but if you want to preserve the calmness or to maintain the calmness, it is the defilement. So best way is to observe your mind, to learn your mind, to learn the truth about your body, to learn the truth about your mind. So this is the main job for the practitioner to do. Okay, to be mindfulness and to be have the noble mind to observe the body and the mind. We keeping doing this way, and then you will develop the mindfulness and you develop the wisdom. Okay. I see you want to have the question. Why?
I'll do very quickly. I listened to your talk some time ago about busy mind, and it was nice to hear because I have a lot of liking for my busy mind and a lot of disliking for my busy mind.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it gives me a lot to be mindful of, but I also dislike how much it gives me to be mindful of sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so just thinking about anything else I can do just for my practice with busyness.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that is the how we practice. We just keep seeing the mind. Like you told me, you get the idea, but you have to continue to practice. What you already get the idea, but idea is what I'm teaching you. You understand by listening, but you have to develop the wisdom by yourself, because I cannot make you enlightenment. I cannot give you the correct samadhi. I cannot give you. It is about something that you have to. Everyone have to practice by yourself. So what I'm giving you out to don't give up. Don't give up. You keep continue to practice it. One day you will understand the truth about the mind and the body and the mind. And when you understand, whenever you understand it, you know by yourself. This is what Lord Buddha teaching. You will know by yourself that you have already eliminated some defilement that is deep inside the mind, inside your mind. Why the mind is working? Because we have the deepest stupidness. I call it stupidness. Still, the boss of stupidness is we call it avijja. Have you ever heard the avijja? Avijja is the boss of the defilement. When we have the avijja, that is why the mind is still working. Avijja is mean stupidness, and it means like we don't fully understand the noble truth, the fourth noble truth. This is why the mind is still working. The people that fully understand the mind and fully understand the mind and can get rid of the avijja, the mind is not working anymore. Why is the mind stop working? But the mind turning to be the element of the whole universe. The mind is not working anymore, stopping from the born, from the samsara.
Samsara, in samsara.
Birth and death cycle. We're not going back in the cycle. And when you get rid of the avijja, Luang Por said that the mind is not the mind anymore. The mind is developing to be some element of the whole universe. That is what what Lord Buddha called it the nirvana. That is the mind turning to be the whole universe element. That is the end of the practice. This practice has the end. That is the end, and that is the home. Luang Por said that is the home that we have to going back. Okay, I believe that is enough for today. I hope everyone get the benefit of what I'm teaching to today. I'm not having much time to to maybe have the session like this, because I have the many works to do. I cannot guarantee that I can come back to say to you all, but if I have the time, if I have an opportunity, we can meet again. Anyway, I usually come to the temple like 2 or 3 times a month. You can see in the schedule. Sometimes I work for Muniti, for foundation, and I have a lot of duty to do. So if we have the good opportunity, we can meet again. Okay, but I cannot guarantee. As I told you, I don't want anything from teaching, because Luang Por said that it is the duty for the one that understand the Dhamma, and through sharing the light to other people. It is what the main duty for the people that understand Dhamma. Luang Por said to me like this. So this is my working. Everything that I get is just only understanding. I don't get anything. I just only have the understanding. That understanding that I have to share to anyone. So I don't call myself a master. I just call myself as your friends. Your friend. We can share the Dhamma talking. Okay? เขาเรียกว่าอะไรต้องอนุโมทนา
I'll understand the
for
the merits of it.
Okay.
I just wanted to share with you that I'm very grateful for your teaching. You're very, very clear and concise.
Oh, thank you.
I will always remember your teaching.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for understanding. For interesting to in the practice Dhamma. It is very, very hard from this day that people that want to understand the Dhamma, because this day the people always following the world, and we keep waking up and then we go messing up with the world, and we find everything, and we find everything for your life, but we cannot. That people that finding everything to your life cannot see themselves, cannot understand themselves, because they spend their life trying to get everything, and one day they will lose everything, because everything is impermanent. They will lose everything definitely. It is good for all of us that we come in the correct way. We learn the correct way, so one day we will get the true happiness, the eternity happiness for understanding Dhamma. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you. So when you're going back?
When you guys going back in a few days? Wednesday? Go back to Canada on Wednesday.
Oh, I see.
So maybe
Is
we
it
can
long?
see you on Zoom one day.
Yes.
Oh.
It was really great. When you joined us on the camera, it was very helpful when you came
Thank you.
On Zoom?
on the Maya Society.
I remember some of you. So,
It's such a pleasure for them to learn English directly without the translator.
Thank you.
It's so special for everyone.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Am I
taking
speaking okay?
Oh,
You guys
and I think better and better as you continue.
Okay. I it's up to the opportunity, because I have many duties to do. Like today I drive 3 hours from from Ayutthaya to here. But anyway, if we have a good opportunity, we can meet again. Okay, but this is up. I cannot guarantee about that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.